summertime, the sun is bright. Time to soak in the golden rays of the sun and enjoy the summers to its full glory. Unfortunately, summertime is also the time when certain health issues crop up, and that's the reason why over the next couple of weeks or so, Health 360 is going to give you an idea on how to deal with problems, health concerns during summers. We are, in fact, putting together a three-part series, and this is the first part of our series. I'm Sneha Mordani, this is Health 360, and it is summertime. The onset of summers also brings in a new wave of infections. We see this happen all the time when the season changes. But there is no reason to worry or panic. We've got you covered. In this report, we're telling you how to deal with the common influenza strain, which is doing the rounds right now in many of Indian states.
Cold, fever, cases of viral fever increasing in India. Sounds like COVID? It isn't. Medical experts all over India are reporting this as influenza H3N2. ICMR says this is influenza A.
Last 9 weeks data they have published, they have noted the 79% population, means whatever the suffering with this kind of infection, 79% population they are suffering with the H3N2, 14% they are influenza B group, and 7% they are H1N1.
And no, this isn't new, and there's simply no reason to panic. Onset of summers brings these illnesses. The Health Ministry says it's reported every year, and there's nothing unusual. So what exactly is this virus?
There isn't much difference between common cold or H3N2. Symptoms are essentially the same: fever, cough, cold, nausea, generalized body ache. Difference is the harshness. H3N2 is much harsher as compared to influenza virus. It causes more severe illness, and though 92% patient present with SARI, that is usual flu-like symptoms, some 16% patient can develop pneumonia, they can have breathlessness, and there can be hospitalization as well as occasional death.
Who's vulnerable, and why are deaths being recorded?
This disease is of concern for people who are at high risk, like diabetes, extremes of age less than 5 years, more than 65 years, comorbidities like lung disease, asthma, COPD, kidney disease, liver disease. But these people can be hospitalized, they can develop pneumonia, they can even require hospital ICU admissions and oxygen.
Doctors suggest masking up and maintaining hygiene to stop the spread, exactly like in the case of COVID-19. Washing hands before eating or touching your face, nose or mouth, carrying pocket sanitizer, and avoiding people already infected with the virus or any other seasonal flu are some of the steps one can take. Antibiotics is a strict no-no.
So obviously during the time of COVID we have followed the COVID appropriate behavior, like simple wearing the mask, simple just hand wash properly. Yes, don't touch with hand if you are coughing, sneezing with your eyes, mouth, like this kind of thing. Means basically basic hygiene.
The symptoms are similar to that of any other flu. They include cough, fever, body ache and headache, sore throat, a runny or stuffy nose and extreme fatigue. Nausea, vomiting and diarrhea have been seen in very few cases. And who's vulnerable? Individuals below the age of 15 years or above 50 years of age. Children and those with comorbidities like asthma, diabetes, heart disease, weakened immune systems. Experts say H3N2 is a mild mutation and the vaccine against it has less efficacy. The government too has not advised for inoculations, nor has it advised against it.
Currently, we have a quadrivalent influenza vaccine which can help prevent H3N2 episodes. So this is of prime importance, specifically people who are at higher risk, specifically who are above 65 years of age, diabetic, have some chronic illness.
What's clear is that basic precautions will go a long way in helping keeping these infections at bay.
How much water is good enough? Do you know that you could be dehydrated without even realizing that your body is undergoing severe dehydration? In our next report, we're telling you all about dehydration. What are the kind of liquids you must drink and how you should be drinking it.
It's bright outside and summers have kicked in. Take a pause, but wait. Do you feel tired mid-afternoon? Does your mouth feel dry? Are you witnessing one of those frequent headaches?
To answer these questions, maybe you haven't had enough water for the day. We all know that water is essential for our health, but did you know that our body is about 70% of water, and losing even 2% of it can cause the improper functioning of our body organs?
Dehydration is a typical summer illness caused by hot and humid weather. It occurs when there's a mismatch and the amount of water leaving the body is higher than the amount being taken in. But what do experts say about the symptoms of dehydration?
The early symptoms are lightheadedness, mild headache, extreme thirst. You feel your tongue is dry, your cheeks are parched, and if you notice carefully, your skin will be more elastic. It can be pulled off your palm without any problem.
In addition to that, even the color of the urine can help us determine if they're dehydrated or not.
As your body loses water, the body tends to conserve water, and therefore the kidneys will produce less urine. The lesser the amount of urine, the darker the color of urine. So more yellow urine, in fact urine resembling mustard oil, is reported in people who are severely dehydrated. So they pass less and very deep yellow urine.
The ideal way to avoid dehydration is to drink fluids before getting thirsty. Thirst is usually a late sign of dehydration and should not be waited for. For people planning for heavy physical activity, outdoors should drink a minimum of 1.5 liters of water 2 hours before the activity. After the activity, they should again consume enough fluids, as your body is using fluids to keep itself cool after a worked-up session. So how can one prevent it?
The way to prevent dehydration is to quickly take a lot of fluids. So first is to recognize that there is dehydration, then quickly take fluids. So what are the safe fluids that you can take? The best is, of course, if you have access to the oral rehydration solution, which is a solution of electrolytes, sugar, salt, and this powder can be mixed in water and consumed, and this gives you good rehydration.
Make sure you carry yourself a water bottle along the next time you step out in the sun. But that's not enough if you're not drinking it at all. We also hope that this report made you thirsty. And even if it does not, even then go and drink up. Because remember, if you feel thirsty, you have already dehydrated yourself. This is Simranjeet Kaur with camera person Manish Jha for India Today.
Here's the lowdown of the most frequently asked questions around your health during summer months. Here are our experts answering all your queries. So we begin by asking our experts on what to do when there are allergies and skin rashes during summers.
Most important would be to go and consult a dermatologist, because it is not something you can treat on your own. However, what is the basic step and why does it happen? So heat rash happens because of the trapping of the sweat gland or sweat duct, and there is sweat under the skin. So you see it can be of varied types. It can be red color, or it can be crystal-like, or it can be pustular. So these are the various types of heat rash which can be seen depending upon the level of the sweat duct which is involved. So most important steps which we can do during summers is to wear loose clothing, don't wear very tight clothing, because that can cause friction as well as it can lead to mechanical damage because of rubbing, and so the skin barrier could be disrupted. So make sure that your barrier is intact, and you can use moisturizer, which will act like a lubricating agent, so it will protect your skin.
Tell us about heat burns and how to avoid them.
You have to use something to negate the effects of your direct exposure to sun, like hat you can use goggles, so that eye irritation will not happen. You can cover your arms and your body parts with a soft cotton clothes, so that you will not get sunburns.
Why do I keep getting headaches in summers? Is it a sign of dehydration?
One of the symptoms of dehydration is lightheadedness and mild headache. Of course, be very clear in your head that this is not the basic sign of dehydration. So there are a lot of headaches which happen in summers, especially those who are prone to migraine. Summers and extreme heat precipitates the headache, and therefore dehydration of course can give you lightheadedness and some headache, but other causes of headache must also be considered.
The hot weather also means that your body is put under constant stress. This because of hypothermia and also the health risk because of heat waves. The brutal Indian summer can be very, very hard on your body. And that's the reason why we put together this report for you to understand what to do when the summer peak is at its worst, putting your body under constant strain.
There are various reasons for hypothermia. One of them is extreme summers. Our bodies are constantly striving to maintain comfortable temperatures of around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Hypothermia occurs when our body temperatures soar up. Excessive body heat causes excessive sweating, uneasiness, irritation in many people. This is common in peak Indian summers.
When one goes out and the external temperature is very high, body tries to compensate in the temperature and will try that to maintain its own core body temperature. But if you are continuously in a high temperature, then that temperature regulation fails and the body temperature rises. At times there may be sweating to keep the body temperature normal. There may be there is an excessive thirst, so that the person drinks lots of water and the body tries to maintain that temperature.
What is it that you can do to prevent this then?
With the sweat we lose electrolytes, and that also becomes less in our body and one feels lethargic. Take some ORS, drink lots of water, carry umbrella, wear full sleeves clothes, thin clothes, not the thick clothes. It should try and wear cotton clothes. All these things will help keep your body temperature under control and you will not get heat stroke.
The temperatures are rising to terrible levels this summer, and we need to know how to protect ourselves. The food we eat really matters.
Foods which we can include during summer season, if we talk about food group wise, then definitely cereals की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो rice generally we prefer eating during the summer season, which can be taken in the steamed form. It could be taken as curd rice. We can consume it as pulao even, so we can include that in our diet. And if you talk about proteins, as I said, that we should prefer lighter foods, in the sense that those dals which are prepared with heavy gravies, that we should avoid. We should go for lighter versions like moong dhuli dal, moong chilka dal, masoor dal. These things can be prepared.
Let's give you a sense of the kind of fruits that you should be eating during this time. Watermelon is a fruit commonly found in India in summers. It can prevent dehydration and help in cooling the body. Cucumbers contain a high amount of water. High in fiber, it can help relieve constipation. It's a fantastic summer companion. Curd, an excellent dairy product,
that can be included in your diet in various forms. Citrus fruits, rich in vitamin C and help in hydration. They act as a cooling agent. They include oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruit and other citrus fruits. Coconut water. Indian summers are synonymous with our regular nariyal pani. It hydrates your body, balances the temperature, generates electrolytes and helps in cooling. Buttermilk contains probiotics, vitamins and minerals that helps your body cool in hot temperatures. Lemon juice rich in vitamin C can help lower body temperature. It moisturizes and oxygenates the body, helps in improving the energy levels. Heat waves create ideal conditions for hypothermia. Let's tell you what exactly is a heat wave. They're caused by wind flow patterns that trap hot air in the place. Instead of cycling around the world, wind stays set in areas like air inside an oven. It occurs when temperatures in an area soar above the normal temperature for at least 3 days in a row.
So heat waves are the temperature changes that occur because of the environmental changes, and as we know, the lot of trees are getting cut and there are so many environmental damages which are occurring, and there is global warming. So as the years are going by, the heat waves are increasing. Heat waves are something which has to be taken on a geopolitical levels to be controlled, because we have to take care of nature in that. But if there are warnings of the heat wave, one can be careful.
While it is generally advised that one should not step out between 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. during heat wave conditions, what can those people do who simply have to step out?
Colors play a major role during all seasons on the earth, but maximum role is played when the sun beats the pulp out of us. To stay stylish in summer color clothes and to beat the heat, wear white or light colored clothes, preferably cotton or linen, which are airy and breezy, because it absorbs very little sun's heat and keeps our body cool. So before you step out in the sun next time, remember to wear light and airy clothes. With video journalist Vinod Kumar, this is Lavanya Rotila for India Today.
Your skin and your hair. That's where the most adverse impact of the grueling summers really is seen. So what really is transition care from winters to summers? Why should you not be using the same products for your hair and skin during summers when you use them in winters? We tell you all about your skin and hair care routine in our next report.
Summer has arrived earlier than expected. But are you prepared to handle your skin and hair with utmost care that it demands during this season? Clearly, care in summers for skin and hair is very different from care in winters. The transition period is most important to begin with.
You have to change sometimes your skin routine maybe within 2-3 days. So what you do is don't over moisturize your skin. Sometimes over moisturization with the creamy and thick layer can actually give you a lot of acne. And your sunscreen needs also to be changed, because you don't need to wear a sunscreen which is very thick now, because too thick a sunscreen can also cause several damage to your skin. So use a sunscreen which is right for your skin type. Now many of you can have a dry skin or oily skin or mixed type of skin. So choose a sunscreen right, research about your skin and go to a dermatologist.
First, let's talk about the mistakes that people tend to make. We often neglect our hair. Since we can't apply sunscreen to our hair, it's essential to cover the hair as much as possible to prevent direct contact with the scalp and keep harmful UV rays away. Relaxing in a pool during the scorching heat definitely sounds too tempting to resist. But don't overdo your pool time, as the chlorine water in the pool can damage your hair and skin. We avoid giving our hair oil massages during the summer because it's naturally oily. But regular oil massages are necessary for your hair to increase blood flow, clear away debris and exfoliate the hair follicles.
So hair and skin care, oiling your hair during summer would be great, not too much, but once in 2 weeks or once a week can be great if your hair is very dry. Do not overindulge in coloring your hair or going for too much of hair dryer and blow drying or styling products. You can be a little gentle. Do not blow dry your hair, rather air dry your hair.
Doctors also say a common mistake is to use the same hair and skin products throughout the year. So what is it we must do? Exfoliate. Summer tends to cover our skin cells with oil, which leads to acne and other skin issues. Therefore, exfoliating is especially important during this time.
If you are a very big fan and you can hand laid on some toner which does not leave your face very dry, then that could be great to use. And in the night, what I also recommend is, sometime during summers you can use exfoliating agents. Now these exfoliating agents should not be used too much. Once a week would be great, and especially you should use the exfoliating agent which has gentle, small, soft beads. It should not be too harsh on your skin, because remember, it is causing a mechanical damage to your skin. So choose something which is very soft and gentle.
Use sunscreen. One of the most crucial summer skincare steps is using sunscreen, which you shouldn't skip, because failing to do so will expose your skin to direct sunlight, which can result in pigmentation and tanning. Leaving a moisturizer behind. One of the biggest blunders in summer skincare routine is to skip using moisturizer because of how oily our skin gets in the summer. Using moisturizer is essential, and if your skin is overly oily, you can use oil-free moisturizer for smoother skin. Replace the face wash. You need lighter, renewing face washes that help maintain your pH balance during the summer, while moisturizing and nourishing face washes are needed in the winter. Use oil-free cleansers that don't remove your skin's natural oils if you have oily skin. Kshitija Gosavi for India Today.
That brings us to the end of this edition of Health 360. We hope you enjoyed watching the show as much as we did, putting it together for you. Also, to tell our viewers that every Friday at 5 p.m, Health 360 is live on all of India Today's digital platforms. This means on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. The expert of the week is going to be joining in and taking your questions on a relevant health topic. For example, this time, we are certainly going to be talking about summer health. So you must connect at 5 p.m. on Fridays on any of these platforms and join us live, put in your questions as well. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe. Do take very good care of yourself.